now listening to The Real.
Man, I appreciate them dudes for talking about
The Raw.
Wait, they were talking about
The Relatable.
That's exactly what I've been going through.
The Relentlessly Real Podcast.
Welcome to the Relentlessly Real Podcast, where we discuss real, raw, and relatable topics. Thank you for taking time to listen to our podcast today. Let's kick this off with some introductions. My name is John.
I'm Antonio.
And I am Terrence. Great,
Tony. You got it right this week. Last week you didn't do so good, brother. But this week you did all right. God bless you.
Bless you.
What's been going on now? I guess nothing really.
No, same stuff, different toilet.
Going to work, the same stuff, different. Going to work. I guess T, are you working? Like, what's going on?
Nope.
You're off. You're off. You've been off for a week now.
Yeah.
I'm not doing anything.
I'm working from home.
You're working from home
for the next week.
Do you have to work from home? Because you're a principal, so you don't work from home.
Nope.
So what does that even look like for you working from home?
I am watching kids. So I'm still working.
Don't you? I remember when I didn't have kids. Do you even remember that?
Yeah.
I remember that. And I was like, I told you, I remember that. And
I remember naps.
You remember naps?
I remember naps.
I remember I could just go out and not care about nothing. Like, or Javita and I could go out and we just be gone all day. And we would go to a brunch and then go to a movie and then go to the mall.
Yeah.
And ain't nobody stop our flow. You feel what I'm saying?
I remember, when we were roommates.
Yeah.
And I remember I probably would beat all of you all home. Like, I would be home.
Yeah.
About 2:45.
Yeah.
Like, literally taking the best nap possible.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, Terrence and I used to be roommates back in college. We enjoyed it. I think we enjoyed it. You enjoyed it, right? I was an okay roommate.
Yeah, you were cool.
Yeah, we had a good time.
Had a great time.
I didn't know if he was gonna secretly be like, I actually hate it.
Right.
Rooming with you.
I got free stuff, so
You took most of my clothes. Yeah, and I don't know. And you was as diesel as you was then, and
I stole it. Like ties.
Yeah.
You cut the sleeves up or something?
Well, he didn't wear shirts. He would take hats though.
I did have one of your shirts. It was a
Oh wow, you did take a shirt.
Armani exchange shirt.
Yeah, I had a lot of my.
I actually wore on a date before too.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a funny thing.
She's like, I love that shirt. Right. Yeah, I got you know how I do.
Yeah.
I hate you so much. Yeah, man. I've actually not been working from home because that's just not a part of my business. I'm actually still in these streets. My wife has been working from home, and that's been a cool thing. And hopefully, she actually is gonna be working from home for 2 weeks total. So that's gonna be interesting, just seeing how that all plays out.
Shut down.
Yeah, but our daycare only is gonna shut down one day, and the other 4 days, they are, or even for the next 2 weeks or so, just for forever, basically. They're not going to stay closed like most of the other schools have been closed and all that because of the coronavirus, which we're going to talk about in a second. But they've been closed because of that. So man, it's been a crazy experience.
Yeah,
Yeah. So Mike normally would do this, but Mike's no longer with us for these next couple of episodes. So we have our boy Tony filling in. If you haven't heard, he's our homeboy, our friend. You've actually seen him on one of our other podcast episodes. Which one were you on?
I think it was Marriage versus Divorce.
Yeah. Marriage versus Divorce. We talked about marriage versus divorce, and he's happily married to his wife. What's your wife's name?
La Porsche.
Porsche.
Capital L, capital P.
Hey.
There you go.
No, she's really dope. Anyway, Antoni's gonna be doing our trending topic for today.
All right. So today's trending topic is what we all, of course, is trending. COVID-19.
Yeah, man.
Which is taking over the world. Everywhere is in a state of emergency. It's pretty serious to me. I think it's pretty serious because there's nothing to stop it.
Yeah.
Which is why it's so serious, and anybody can be,
there is something to stop it. We just wash our hands. That's what it sounds like.
Washing our hands stop us from contracting it or getting it from touching another surface.
Right.
Washing your hands is not going to stop you when you walk into a room and somebody just sneezed in.
Now, so it can happen so it is airborne. It can happen with somebody.
Definitely airborne.
By droplets, just like the flu is transmitted. The droplets in the air. If it lands on your mouth or in your nose, or if you walk by and breathe.
So droplets landing on your mouth, on your nose.
You heard what he said.
Let me just say something. I can't. I let you go.
Pause that.
I'll let you go with droplets. All right. At some point, the kid in me.
No, we're saying everything.
The droplets
fall in your mouth,
on your nose.
That's it.
Jesus.
That's the way. That's the way they should.
Washing your hands keep you from when you go and touch something, you wash your hands so that when you touch your face, if you touch your face, you don't bring it onto you. Or if you touch a surface with it, you wash it off. Yeah. Before you do anything else.
It's crazy, man.
Has any of you all partake in some of the benefits of like flights are now really cheap?
No, I mean we've been talking about going to Miami for the past couple of weeks. You and I and like Tony. I don't know. No, he's not gonna go with us. No. But we were talking about it at some point, and flights. Actually, when I looked on there though, flights were like they were like $157. They was like, yeah, you can pay, but you're gonna pay some. Man, I ain't see $50 or $60.
I got my flight for $44.
People are just nasty. That is the issue.
My thing is, you want coronavirus, Terrence? That's what you're saying?
I don't want coronavirus, but I don't know. Somebody said the tickets even to I know it could have been a joke, but tickets even to what's the popular space in the Middle East? Dubai are really extremely cheap right now too.
Really?
Yes.
And so, Dubai is expensive. Who cares? Once you get there, Dubai still costs a lot to live there, like they exist there. It's expensive.
Yeah, but the hotels are not. Even when I was planning to go anyway, the hotels that weren't the biggest part. The flight was the biggest part.
Once again, people are nasty.
Yeah,
so I agree.
You gonna get on that airplane when they got corona?
Listen, man,
listen. Have recycled air.
Wipe that joint down.
And that recycled air.
Just have on my Bane mask.
You're gonna have a hazmat
I'm gonna have my Bane mask on.
So I did buy a mask though. It wasn't
it's a certain type of mask you have to buy though.
Disposable one. I bought the one that's like you change the filters out.
Yeah.
So I don't have to throw it away. It hasn't come in yet. But
what's it on Amazon or something?
Yeah. I didn't get it off Amazon because Amazon was actually sold out of all of them. But it's like a N95 through 99. Which is like the highest grade you can get.
Did you get one for the Porsche?
No.
I just want to make sure.
I got two. I got two.
So you didn't think about us?
But yeah.
Yeah. What about us?
No.
Want a podcast with you? Right now.
You do your own research. You know?
Oh, wow.
So, I mean.
Let's see how things are now.
Friendship.
Yeah. Brotherhood.
Friendship is allowing others to thrive as well.
Oh, that's a cute definition.
Take it back to our last week. Big.
Nigga don't know how to act. So yeah, man. Yeah,
I'm going to Miami.
Schools are closing.
Everything's closing.
Everything's shopping down. Toilet paper.
Movie theaters, yo. So y'all know me. You know.
But you got that. You got home theater.
Let me tell you something right now. I was all good. I mean, I was when Tom Hanks got it. I'm like, oh, I pray for you. You know,
you didn't pray for Tom Hanks.
I did. I mean, it's cool. That was great. But when they showed, when I saw the release that Fast and the Furious got pushed back a year,
who the heck cares about Fast and the Furious?
Let me tell you something. You are not. It's not that. It's the fact that it's a summer movie and I'm going to see it. Don't mess with my summer. It's literally like March. It's still basically February.
So that's going to make your summer?
It's going to be a hot girl
summer.
It's
a summer movie. It's like, what am I going to do? So, because
you're going to spend time with your family?
Yeah.
At the movies.
Love your wife.
At the movies.
Love your son.
Over some popcorn.
In your theater downstairs.
No.
Exactly. You have a 95-inch screen TV.
When I saw that, yes, 82. All right. Samsung QLED. So listen.
You bought all that to go to the movies.
Let me tell you something.
Stupid.
What you need to understand that when I saw that, it wasn't because it was Fast and the Furious. It's because I knew once one did it, it was going to be. It was just like that was it.
Yeah, I think you'll be all right though.
I'm telling you, y'all. You are. See, I'm a movie fan. Like they're not producing movies right now. They've shut down like production of movies, which is going to affect not just. It's going to affect years to come.
Oh yeah.
So that's the biggest thing.
We'll be fine, Terrence.
Yeah, you'll be fine because you guys don't care about movies.
So I do want to say, while you guys are worried about toilet paper that is sold out, you can go on Amazon and save paper. Get a bidet piece to add to your toilets.
I'm sick of this rich. I mean,
that's a very wealthy thing to say.
Yes, it is.
Hey, $50
for a bidet.
Bidet piece.
You know, I didn't even go in your bathroom at your house.
You still need toilet paper.
We don't have it yet.
You still need toilet paper.
You can get wipes. In the meantime,
yeah, I do. I did get wipes.
Wipes are sold out too.
No, they're not.
Wipes are sold out some places.
Depending on where you go. You got to shop at the expensive.
You mean a butt wipe? A butt wipe? Yeah. That's what you're talking about?
Like regular wipes.
Is a regular wipe a butt wipe?
Whatever.
Yeah. I thought Tony might have.
So you have a wet bidet and a wet butt within the.
I thought Tony had one of those little toilets that little what's the joints
the bidet.
It's a bidet.
Wait a minute. Pause. Okay. So all right. So explain. Go on.
A bidet piece instead of you having a whole bidet toilet. Right. You have a piece that you.
No, I thought you had the whole thing.
No.
I'm pretty sure you do, Tony.
I do not.
I'm coming back.
He has both.
I think he does.
I'm speaking it over your life.
We make wise decisions when it comes to
You
our
make
health and
well-being
our well-being.
decisions.
Come on, Bidet.
Bidet.
New nickname alert. Bidet.
Yeah, there you go.
We're gonna call him Bidet.
Everything is shut down besides Sally Mae. Can we talk about that?
Can they cancel my mortgage for a couple of months?
No, you can't. I don't care about mortgage. You can cancel. Can you cancel my school loans?
I don't.
Because Sally Mae get it.
I'm sorry. You have school loans. We all have mortgages here. All of us.
I have mortgages too.
I just said all of us. That's something that can cancel out for everybody. And
No,
they already did it in
I don't
Italy.
care about everybody else. I care about my school loans.
It would affect you too, mortgage holder.
I don't care. I want you to cancel my school loans more than my mortgage.
So do you pay more in mortgage or more in school?
Yeah,
loan?
your mortgage is hopefully more expensive than your school
But
loan.
my mortgage is an investment right now, which means
You invest
so
in
was your
yourself.
collegiate career.
now, John, you and I both know
What is your degree?
for all those.
What is your degree? in?
Yes, I agree. It paid off.
Education.
Yes, I agree.
And what are you
It paid
doing
off.
right now?
Okay.
Education.
Listen to what I'm saying.
What is your job title?
But the first 3 years of that school were wasted.
Of Towson?
Yes,
That's your. Was that because of you?
that's in general. Like that stuff that does not even apply to
Prereqs.
like what?
the prereqs. It doesn't even apply to what I'm doing right now.
Like what?
Math.
He uses math.
No,
He doesn't use
like
math.
I
I can tell you right now.
having
Look at that hat. He doesn't
a
use
foreign
math.
language credit. Like I don't use French.
Do you use math?
You could.
I do use math.
You use math at school right
yes,
now?
I use math.
You
For
could.
what?
I'm an educator,
Why
John.
do
You don't
take
teach
Spanish?
math.
It doesn't matter. I have to observe lessons.
He also has
With
a
math?
budget.
Yes.
You have to know
What do you
that
think?
you have to know that they're adding it up
Okay,
correctly.
John,
I'm asking.
Okay, we observed.
I thought you were observing the teachers and how they interact with the students,
I
not the
am.
actual.
You have to know
Hold
what
on,
they're doing.
hold on. Let me ask. You're saying that you actually observe the teacher and whether they're getting their equations correct, or you're observing?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I thought you only observed the
You
students.
know what? He 5 times 5 was 76, but at least he taught the formula right. No, like, he's teaching information that is not accurate.
Okay, Terrence, you don't have to yell.
You could use French though. You choose not to.
In my job, that French has no benefit. Spanish would have if I had took Spanish.
So that's a choice.
No, it should have been narrowed down. Fool, you're taking out of all these bars, you're taking Spanish.
And life and God gives us free will as
Let
well.
me tell you
Come
something.
on.
The
know,
first
so
two,
you had a choice to take Spanish.
I
or
wish
French.
God would have taken those first 2 years of school and only required me to go for the.
It
last
was all
2
for your
years.
good. Relax.
Whatever.
So either way,
America-
coronavirus is on the rise, but we're hoping that it will come to an end.
Just take care of yourself.
Just take care of
people.
yourself. Wash
Be
your
wise,
hands.
be
Stay with your
smart.
family. Stay away from like large gatherings as much as you can.
Yes.
That's about the biggest advice that we can offer you right now. But I mean, we don't know. We just all trying to sit here and get away. I haven't heard a lot. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't heard of a lot of black people cases.
I haven't either, but still, you
Those
don't want to be
two
the
basketball
players. Like,
Oh yeah.
don't be the one.
Were they
that-
black? I thought.
Yes!
No, they're black.
What's her name was not.
He is black. Rudy Gobert is an African.
Is he black?
Yeah.
He is black. He's
He's
not
African-American.
American. He's not American. I think he's French, but he's definitely black.
He's a black Frenchman.
Yeah. Don't be the ones that don't take it. That just take it as a joke, because
I
you're
don't
probably
think.
going to
You think people are taking it for the
Yes.
Yes, because
At
you'll
the
be the one that
coronavirus?
spreads
Yes.
it. Yes.
Really?
Rudy Gobert took it as a joke. He
I
was
mean, yeah, he
was
should've-
like touching people and
Yeah.
like laughing. Like you saw the video of him touching the mic
Touching the mics,
stands
yeah, yeah.
before you like.
Did,
Yeah.
did you see like one of the players got it because somebody else had it and was touching everything and just doing dumb stuff?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's exactly what I was just talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
that-
I'm not. You were talking
Rudy
about the
Gobert.
physical, like
Yeah, Rudy
I mean,
Gobert.
what you could see, but behind the scenes,
Oh yeah,
like
yeah.
all that stuff happening.
Yeah,
Behind
he
the
was
scenes.
being an idiot.
Yeah.
Well, either way, what's your other trending topic?
So there's a situation where a girlfriend surprised her man
Okay.
with a gift.
Mm-hmm.
There were two options, right?
Right.
She got him something that would benefit him for the rest of his life, or could benefit him.
Okay, okay.
Which was a rental property.
Okay.
And he got mad because he wanted to flex. He wanted a Rolex instead of the rental property.
Do people still wear Rolexes? Like,
Yes,
that's
they
still-
People do.
That's still
And
insane.
they actually appreciate in value. It's
Yes,
actually a
they
good
are.
investment.
They appreciate in value.
People
They do.
actually buy Rolexes and resell them to
Yeah.
get more money.
Yeah.
But it's like, don't Jordans appreciate too? Like if you, like,
I mean, at
certain-
$200 or
Yeah.
to $300
Right,
versus a
like-
Rolex, it's like 10 grand to 20 grand to 50
Yeah.
grand.
I got you.
It-
It's just
it's-
stupid to me.
It's a
goes
bigger
up.
investment.
Yeah, I think this is what we were talking about in our previous podcast. You
Yeah.
know, the thought process. Like she thought, like, yo, you're going to make money off this. This is going to, bring you wealth.
Yeah.
But you want a Rolex to flex and shine.
Yeah.
So
But
stupid.
It's a mindset thing.
Yeah.
I actually, I listened to Kevin on stage had an actual thought about this particular situation. He was saying, which I agree with a little bit, is that I am the real estate guy that loves everything real estate. But even I understand to some degree that you giving somebody a rental property means you got to work that property. So as a gift, when you give a gift that you think your spouse or friend or whatever would enjoy. And I do agree that that's probably not the best gift to give. But I also agree that his mindset is so sad that he's like, oh man, I just want a Rolex. I want to flex. I ain't want no rental property. I kind of was like, brother, like you could buy 95 Rolexes if you do this right and flip this deal right.
Now, what she should have done was do both. She should have still gotten him an actual gift that he can appreciate. Yeah. And still like, hey, I also got you this. Yeah. Like, yo, you are bomb for this. Like, you thought about my future, but you also thought about something that I would enjoy.
I would have. He's still stupid
for not wanting the rental. Any wife that's gonna buy me a rental property.
Let me tell you something right now.
I mean, I not any wife because I already have one, but I'm just saying thank you God for mine. But I'm like, if you buy me
your wife bought me a rental property,
she's not doing that. But if that's the case, I kind of feel like that's a dope, dope gift. But I feel like it depends on how old you are too, like mindset wise, right?
You gotta appreciate a woman.
Oh yeah. Like, if my wife bought me a rental property at 21, I would be like, what the heck am I gonna do with this? I would have said that.
Yeah, because you're not in the headspace to appreciate forward thinking like that.
Yeah, but at the same time, you get the gift that you think they will accept and love. When you gift give, you think about the person, right? And I think that clearly that was not a part of the thought process. That hence it going viral and it being a big thing.
I think also we talked about this a few podcasts ago. She probably would have liked that. Something like that. Something that she
clearly she bought it.
She bought it. Makes sense. But you also, I think, when you give, you think about the other person.
You think about the other person.
You should.
And the hope is that she would walk with him through having that rental property.
Sure.
And take some ownership and like, hey, I got this for you for your birthday or as a gift, but I'm here with you. Let's do this.
Are they still together?
It makes me. I don't know. It makes me ask a side question though, and this is more so for us right here, like. Because I know even with my gift giving ability, it had to grow and understand like what my spouse really wanted as gifts, right? Because like I would buy gifts to flex. I wouldn't buy gifts for my wife. I'd be like, yo, I'm gonna buy her these Louboutins. My wife ain't about to step out in no Louboutins right now. Like she may have, and she would even have said back in the day, like, yo, I like the red bottoms. But I'm like, I'm buying the red bottoms so I could be like, I'm that guy. Mm-hmm. I bought the Louboutins, right? Right. So my question to you guys is, did you ever buy gifts for your wives that they did not really like or feel like you did you bought for them that you is more for your ego than it was for their?
I wouldn't say for ego, but I would say I bought gifts that I know for a fact that I bought gifts that I like. Like so like I like.
Can you give an example of that?
That daggone.
You bought her a Mac.
That MacBook
that's sitting on our sofa right now.
Literally, that's the most usage it's gotten in years. It's this part.
So are you saying Tanisha didn't want or need a MacBook? Or
she had a MacBook in college and it got stolen. So I was thinking about replacing that MacBook, and so I did think about her. But I also didn't think that she also gets a work laptop and she needs one for work, right? And that she can't use that for work. So when was it really going to get used?
Yeah.
Or I might have bought her like a TV,
yes,
or like something.
I've done the same thing.
Yeah. One of the dopest gifts I think I bought, but again, I've bought her. We were dating, and I found out that she likes Law and Order, and so I literally sent to her. We were long distance. I literally sent to her a box set collection of Law and Order SVU. And so it didn't cost me that much money, but it was the fact that those are the best gifts. It was like, I know you like this show and you can't always watch it, so here you go. Here's all the seasons, so you can catch up. Like, so it's like those to me are better gifts besides the ones I'm gonna drop this bread or this new electronic, and she don't care about electronics. Like,
right?
Yeah, I think for me, a lot of my gifts, I think in a way where I want to get her something that when she uses this, she thinks of me. So. Or like she remembers when she got it, or like that it was a gift, like purses or Uggs or whatever. Like, but it's still things that she has mentioned previously. Like, yeah, I want one of these, or I want this, or like a shoulder bag, a crossbody bag. There
right.
We go. I want one, not specific to what kind, but I know when I get her that gift.
Yeah.
One, she's mentioned that she liked it or she wanted one. Two, whenever she wears it, she's going to remember that I got it.
Yeah.
But it also depends on the holiday or the season, like Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get more thoughtful gifts to show my love towards her.
So you still buy gifts for Valentine's Day?
I try to.
Phase her out. Yes. Start phasing that out.
No.
I'm just kidding.
No.
Work on your own marriage.
No. Yeah. As far as you and your house.
Right. Yeah, I'm going to do it for whatever. I'm joking. Yeah. But I I feel like Valentine's Day is one of the biggest ploys on Earth right now, because I do feel like they're maximizing on consumerism. But at the end of the day, when it comes to gift giving, it's just like, that's a whole thing that I think happens where you kind of initially you try to give gifts that, hey man, I hope you're gonna love this gift. And a little bit like you said, like I bought my wife a TV, and it was like a wow gift, you know, like, oh, if I get this TV, everybody gonna be like, oh, he got a TV, and I'm like, and then when I gave her the TV, she had that, and she needed a TV. Her old TV was about as big as this iPad. Like it was about, I was like, girl, you need a TV, but she don't care about no TV. Like she's like, I'm good with my little iPad TV. I was like, okay, cool. So when I bought her the TV and we talked about it, she was like, I don't know why you bought me a TV. I don't even need a TV. I like my old TV. You just be sitting there like, man,
you are so ungrateful.
What is wrong with you? Yeah. You know, you just kind of look at her and like, I can't stand you.
I think we should make March the 14th as big as.
What's the best gift? Shut your mouth.
Y'all know what I'm talking about.
I just found out about March 14th and what it means, and we're
not gonna say it.
I want reparations.
Yes.
I got years of reparations. I gotta get my stuff together. But what I was gonna say, you said the best gift was Law and Order. What was the best gift you think you ever gave your wife?
I don't think it's the best. I think it was dope.
What was the best gift you ever gave to
me?
Okay. Well, what do you want? Shut up, Terrence.
I'm just letting you know that's not the best. I said one of the dopest.
You can go first if you already have it.
No, I don't have it.
I got mine. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah.
So what I think is, I mean, Javita can correct me whenever she's gonna come over here on the show at some point. I think all of our spouses will. But what I think was the best gift I ever gave my wife was a free trip to Miami. I took her to Miami on a flight, and I feel like experiential gifts are the better gifts for my spouse than like. I will buy her Tiffany jewelry. I buy all the things I thought were like great, but I feel like they just wear off in terms of like their mind and mental like thought process about it. It's just like, oh yeah, you got me that, but you always give me Tiffany's. I'm like, what? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what is wrong with you? You know what I mean? You don't care about experiences.
No.
You don't care about experience. I'm talking about your wife.
As a gift. No, I'm about to get there. I'm just commenting on that.
Okay, well, you go. Because my wife was going to Miami and doing a weekend there or something like that. I think that was our best gift. I might ask her when I get home, by the way, but go ahead.
I think the biggest, like the best response that I've received, that's what I'm going to go off of.
Yeah.
Is
because you can't tell.
Right. Is most recently I got her a Brahmin crossbody. A black Brahmin bag.
Is that like a designer bag?
Yeah.
Oh,
how you spell Brahmin?
BRAHMIN.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, and
is it expensive? Give me ballpark.
It's typical. It's typical.
Like 200.
It ain't no Chanel Louis bag prices.
But it's like thousands.
Like Tory Burch or like
like a couple hundred. So like 500-800 or whatever.
Lower than that.
Okay.
Depends on what size you get.
Okay. I never heard of it. That's what I was asking.
Yeah.
I feel like I have. Okay. Cool. What about you?
Man, the best gift I got is when she goes home and flips them light switches.
All right.
So, I don't even pay the best gift. Actually, she pays the BGE. I don't even pay the BGE. She pays. No, so it wasn't the fact that it was Miami, but it was similar. It's the fact that I planned a trip to Miami without me. With her friends.
That's an amazing gift.
It was amazing. So
you didn't go at all.
I didn't go.
Wow.
So
you watched the kids?
I watched the kids. I sent her away for her birthday. I had planned it like months in advance. I got her friends who said they would go. I told them the only thing they cover the flight. I got the room, everything else. So, but then I invited her favorite cousin. She went to Miami first. Like the day before,
yeah.
So she got there early, and so she didn't know. So we drove to the airport. And she thought we were going someplace. Like, and I had like a fake bag packed and everything.
Yeah.
And she said, "Look." She looked down here. Her two friends are recording. She still didn't get. She's like, "Are they going with us?" I said, "I'm not going. Like, it's a girls' trip." Like, bye.
What'd she say when you said
she was like, first of all, she was so surprised. She was so happy. But then after 2 minutes, like, "Okay, you still here? You can go now." But when she got to Miami, she's like, "Somebody's in our room already." Her favorite cousin was there too. So it was like that.
Was that a birthday? What were you trying? Were you proposing to her?
Wow.
Like, what is happening?
That is. Wow.
Don't tell stories like that anymore. I think my wife hears our podcast, and I don't want to have to do that.
I'm not going to tell her about.
So
this
shut up.
I'm sorry.
That's stupid.
That's the best gift.
That's an annoying gift. Okay,
you need to do it.
I'm not doing that. That's insane.
John, if you can afford Tiffany's, you can afford that.
You can afford to mind your business. That's what you can afford.
I'm saying.
And nobody said I can afford it. Anyway, Thank you for the trending topics. I'm going to jump right into the new segment of today, which is the What Would You Do? So, my What Would You Do segment, I have a couple questions for you guys. I'm only going to ask two of the What Would You Do today because we're going to jump right into the topic today. What if you could eat only one food for the rest of your life? What food would you choose and why? When I tell you, I did not expect this nigga to say that.
I'm so proud of this man.
Tony.
I think it'll be
First of all, we're gonna pause for a second. Something's severely wrong with you.
No, it's not. He's not. He's married.
You just are stupid on so many levels. I love that. That was a great answer. But aside from that,
that gooch.
I'm done with y'all. I'm done with y'all.
I think I would say chicken in various forms.
Chicken.
Yeah.
Got you. That's a good one. What would you say?
I was gonna say pizza, but I would be like gigantic. It would be chicken. I agree. It would be chicken. Yeah.
That's so black of y'all.
I'm sorry.
Various,
but it wouldn't just be fried. I agree. Like it would be like different. Yeah.
I would actually say. I actually was gonna say pizza. Actually, I'll be fat, but I just suffer. Because pizza is
amazing.
I mean, you're gonna die.
Pizza is amazing. Like
pizza
is.
Yeah, pizza is amazing. So I would say pizza. I would eat pizza for the rest of my life, and I would be so blown, but I would eat it.
Blown up.
Yeah,
blown out.
What if? Are you done? What if you could be in the movie of your choice? What movie would you choose, and what character would you play?
Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory.
You knew that way too quickly.
No, because somebody asked it on social media, but I had to think about it, and I was like, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. This may be.
What would be your character? Willy Wonka.
Nah.
Are you 6
And it wouldn't be no Oompa Loompa either. I might be the boy because he was just so like wowed by the whole thing. So I would be Charlie. But I just feel like that if for the rest of your life, like that whole world was just like because every other movie I could think of has like violence or something else that didn't happen that was so good. So this was that movie, like it was just
okay. That's
really Wonka. I'm trying to think. Like I would want to be Fast and the Furious, but without the killing. I can't think of a movie that's like that.
Okay, relax, T.
All that trash about my Fast and the Furious.
You're the only one to be at that.
My
theaters.
man too.
All right,
but yeah, I would do that because I like speed. I like
you like cars.
You like
aggressive
cars.
driving. I like cars.
Yeah.
That whole thing is just like, give me a cop car for a day where I can just blare the sirens and just go.
Yeah.
Or a tank, a nice tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would you be though? You didn't say who would you be.
Tyrese.
You would
Somebody
be Tyrese.
else said that was their favorite character in the movie.
I think because he was a fool. Like,
yeah, he was.
See that.
Yeah. I'm listening to y'all. I'm reframing and thinking. I feel like I'd be I feel like I'd be Batman.
I was about to say that. Who would you be, Bane?
Why would you think that?
It's Two-Face.
I would actually be Batman in Batman.
Oh.
Because he's wealthy.
Yes.
He has a big house.
Yes.
And he still drives fast in his ridiculous technology.
Batmobile.
Technological cars.
All the women.
Oh, he does?
He does get all the women.
Yeah, he does. He does. Let's do one more.
It's like, oh, he does. Like he ain't. Like John B's like.
Oh, he does.
He's so married. Oh,
What?
he does.
What?
I didn't think about that.
I didn't think about that. I didn't think about it. All right, well, last one. What if you could invite 4 famous people to dinner? Who would you choose and why?
Ooh.
4 famous people to dinner. Who would you choose and why?
Bill Gates.
Mm-hmm. Why? Yes, just say why as you're saying.
Oh, because I feel like he I mean, from his mindset.
Acumen.
Yeah, his like what kind of knowledge I can get from that.
Okay.
Donald Trump, because I just want to whoop his. I just want
Giving this unsolicited butt whooping.
Obama. And I need one more.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I like Obama
because Obama is a great person.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then I probably would invite JayZ. I'm not gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would invite JayZ. I feel like he's a good balance of both sides of the world.
Yeah. Got you.
I'll do Mark Cuban.
Yep.
He's a good dude.
I like the knowledge that he brings. Two, he has a personality.
Yeah.
That's good. Who else? Will Smith.
That's a good one.
Because of the growth factor. Who else? I want a lady.
Oh, equal opportunity.
Yeah, give me Lisa Ray.
Lisa Ray.
Oh,
Lisa
Ray. That's one of my crushes. So
okay.
Oh.
And I would do Obama as well.
Okay.
Because of one, personality, knowledge, and all that.
Okay, I love it. Mine would be Grant Cardone for sure. I live for all of his information. He's a wealthy, multi-millionaire, billionaire in the States, real estate. I would do Jeff Bezos because he owns Amazon and he's amazing. I would also do
right now.
Too soon, bro. Too soon. I would
about to come up.
Yeah, I would definitely do. I would do Jeffrey. I would probably do. It'd probably be all wealthy people. Honestly, I probably would still rock with JayZ for sure. Just because I'll do Beyonce for Javita just so she has somebody to talk to.
Yeah,
because she loves Beyonce. All things Beyonce.
Beehive.
Yeah, Beehive is alive.
Beehive.
So today we're gonna talk about they don't do it like they used to do it, man. I'm with Terrence. We had an off the record conversation about just like, man, the music, the shows, everything that we're seeing in life right now. It's just like it's just not of a certain caliber that we were used to when we were growing up. So I want to ask. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I don't know, man. I don't even really have many things I watch now. I'm not even gonna lie. Overall, it's piss poor.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No.
I don't have anything. Yeah. So like, what was one of your favorite shows growing up? Like y'all know something that y'all like? Man, I used to always watch this show.
A Different World was mine.
Yeah. Different World.
Different World. Like,
and why? Like, what about Different World was like the show? You know what I mean?
Everything.
Yeah. It's just. And it's so I think about what shows I would rewatch even now, like rewatch it. I would watch it again.
Yeah,
I've seen every episode. If it comes on, I still want to see it.
Different World.
I would like when it came on Netflix. Yeah. I was like, don't talk to me.
Watch it without watch it without a problem. Like
it was funny. It was entertaining. I remember my favorite episode really was the riots. That was probably one of my favorite episodes when they did with the I was about to say OJ. The Rodney King riot episode. Yeah. It was educational. It was entertaining. Some of the greats, like Tupac was on there. Like some of the greats would have graced that show. Like, you know, and it was just like college experience. You know, I know people there are tons of blacks who went to college, went to HBCUs only because of A Different World.
Yeah, that's true. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Think about a different phase in life because I definitely did enjoy that. And all the shows in that era. I'm gonna say All That.
Oh yeah. Which one was All That?
Kenan Kel.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'm definitely gonna say that because of course, it's a bunch of skits, but it's a different caliber. They're not all adults. It's different. To me, it just brought something else.
Yeah.
It was lighthearted. It was funny. It wasn't too deep. You had your favorite skit that you would wait for. Yeah. And,
it was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like mine was Bill Cosby, The Cosby Show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Only because, I mean, here's the thing about TV now is that you don't know what direction they're going to go in morally. Right. You don't know what they're going to talk about. And I feel like it was like the Cosby Show was a safe space where you feel like your whole family could sit down, watch the whole episode from beginning to end, and you would never worry about the content in which they were going to speak about.
My favorite episode, I always like to see the clips of the Cosby Show, is when Theo was talking to Huxtable, well, Mr. Huxtable, I was about to call him. Is it Heath? Is it Heath? Yeah, and he was like, I thought you would love me, support me, because because you're my dad and you're my father. And he was like, that's the dumbest thing.
That was a good episode.
I'm your father.
Right.
I brought you in this world. I'll take you out. Because the audience was all clapping.
Yeah, man. They was.
And Cosby just said,
He just went on him.
It was great. So, real quick, because he thought about different phases. The Batman animated series. I don't know if y'all remember that show, like Batman the animated series.
I do remember Batman Robin.
No, just when it was just so after the first movie came out with Michael Keaton, the real dark one, and then maybe years later there was a Batman animated series that came on Fox, and it was if for Saturday morning cartoons after the cartoons. It was extremely dark. It probably should have been rated PG-13. It was extremely dark.
Okay.
But every single villain and character had an important plot, important story. So it was like literally watching a masterpiece for 30 minutes every single time.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't even how they drew it, because it wasn't that, but it was just that every story was important.
Nothing the same. Like Cartoon Network.
Yeah.
Like, that was like
everything.
The Acme Hour. Like, all that stuff was just like you could sit and literally watch these things for hours, and that you have so many different shows that are coming on within that time frame. But it's like now, I think, like you said, like everything has this underlying meaning, and you don't know which way it's going to go and what they're going to bring up and what topics they're going to cover. Yeah, like I feel like Cartoon Network was a safe space. You can sit your children down. You didn't have to think that much, or go watch TV, and you didn't think that much because it's literally then it was just cartoons. Right. Now you have to think about, okay, what are they trying to feed through these cartoons now to my children?
Yeah,
definitely. And I feel like even with the Cosby Show, it really made you feel like, oh, okay, like whatever they're talking about morally, whatever they're discussing, like you would have, my dad and I, my family, my mom and we would all have a conversation about whatever was just discussed. Like it wasn't like it was just we'll just watch it and all go back home. I mean, go back to go to bed or go eat dinner or whatever. We would watch it, and then my dad would like talk to us about the content and say like, if you were in this situation, you should do this. And, like it kind of provided a gateway for us to have conversations that we probably would not have normally had those shows not come on. And I'm like. It's kind of interesting, especially in the climate like what we talked about last week as a trending topic with Dwayne Wade or whatever, like in his son. Like it's like those type of topics that kind of you're almost having to deal with it when they come, like when they come up as a cultural like topic. Yeah. Now we got to deal with it in our household versus like before it would be like some kind of like TV show where we could kind of address it as a family. Now culture is addressing it. Yeah. Family values from a larger perspective. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Even a Fresh Prince used to do that. That's what people.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right now. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something right now, brother. That Fresh Prince episode where his father came into his life.
Bro. Oh wow, yeah.
And then he said, why he don't want me, man?
Bro, I cried real tears.
Let me tell you something. Not only did I cry real tears when I first saw it. I was on the cruise ship we talked about last week, where I was on a little cruise, and they had that episode playing. I'm sitting here getting teary eyed.
It was hard to watch.
When I tell you, I'm like, I got my dad, and I was like, God dang, why don't he love him? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sitting there,
I felt like I was like, oh man, that
it brought out something.
Yeah, it was really good.
Like that TV show, that episode was crazy.
Hearing him tell the story, because he was doing on his press tours with James Avery.
Yes,
rest in peace, about how that scene came about and how James Avery was like, yo, you need to push. Like, you're not giving enough. Like, and he said how the reason why he cried was because he felt like he really wanted to impress James Avery, and he felt like he wasn't doing enough. And so that scene, when he put him close, he was like, that's what you did. Now that's acting. And he's like, I finally did it. Like, he said, all these years we've been filming this show, I've never impressed this guy. And he's like, that was the moment. He's like, yo, you can act. Like, this is it.
Let me tell you something. That moment, y'all, I was about to cry.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's what I loved about the black TV shows. Like, they brought you to that point. Like, Cosby Show was very serious. Also brought about, you being a lawyer and a doctor, getting awards and achievements, but not being in the limelight, not being, it's still like it still happens, even though it's not all over TV.
It evoked an emotion. It made you have a response about it.
Yeah. The only thing sometimes I didn't like about Fresh Prince of Bel-Air is that there are some times that I didn't feel like it needed to be comedy, and they made it into comedy. I'm just like, why?
Yeah.
Or like Martin sometimes. Like
Martin was all comedy.
Yeah, but like sometimes like some people do too much. That's why I didn't really the Wayans Brothers. Like I could go without watching that.
Yeah,
it was good, but then like y'all just go too far.
Yeah,
like you do too much.
And I'm thinking about like because it's hard because there was a big debate. Obviously, maybe like a month ago, but what was better? Because the Bad Boys came out, like what Martin or Will, and they would ask them to like, have you ever like I saw them, did you ever which of your shows was better? And they would like I don't think you could.
They were both great.
They were both great, and to me they were both different. Martin was like straight slapstick comedy. I don't remember any. There could have been. I don't remember a serious episode other than the one where he broke up with Gina. Yeah. And like, like, damn, will you marry me? And that was we were like, oh dang, like this they about to break up. And we were just mad because like they about to break up. Yeah. Well, Will Smith had serious episodes like I remember when Carlton lost his virginity. Yeah. Can I say good night?
You can say good morning
tomorrow morning. It's great.
He's like, so you want me to come back? And
no, stupid.
Go in there and get that joke. Yeah, I agree, man. I felt like, and I still feel this way. I feel like it really required a response. You would see the things on TV and you would just be drawn to it, and you couldn't help but compare your own life to whatever they were going through in life. You know what I mean? And you had it kind of demanded that response from your own, like, oh man, what's happening here versus what's happening in my own life? You know what I'm saying? So like, even as you're thinking about it, like, is there any show right now that can compare to what we saw, like Bill Cosby Show, or the Cosby Show, or Different World, or even Wayne's?
The only one I hear is Blackish.
Blackish
the only
is
one
so
I hear
good.
Blackish.
And I agree with. I was about to say I agree with Black. I like Modern Family, but it's not like the same. It doesn't give me my family characteristics that I feel like I.
It's just Modern Family.
It's just funny. It's well written. Not funny now as it used to be back in the day.
I'm binging it, so I didn't see it when it first came on, but I have.
You know, I say age, things change. And I think that's what happened with Modern Family.
I just think Modern Family, maybe they got different writers or something. Like they were like more. I laughed out loud more earlier shows than I do now.
I think Tyler Perry is trying to bring that, but he's not good at it.
Oh my Jesus!
I don't really like his shows or anything, but Blackish.
Let me tell you something about Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry will kill somebody, have somebody do a drug line, somebody else be on alcohol,
somebody being cheated on,
all in the first 7 seconds of the episode. It's just like, bruh. Slow the joke down a little bit. You know what I mean? Like work me into the actual storyline.
I'm gonna say it's one thing about Tyler Perry that I'm not sure. I don't know. We talked about it on the podcast. I thought we did like his studio thing. How
we talked about studio.
Yeah. And so my thing about him is just I'm sick of the same plot lines.
Yeah.
And I think like.
And the plot line is what a single black woman or
being abusive, and so while it does impact reality, but at some point is reality impacting what we see on TV, or is TV
impacting reality?
And I feel like Fresh Prince and things like A Different World and Cosby Show. Like Cosby Show was one of the first wealthy black families we got to really see on television. He's a doctor, and so it's just like it's like, okay, oh wow, I'm black and I can be that. Like,
it's almost like the Bill Cosby Show or the Cosby Show allowed you to know that it's possible to be a black wealthy
and you
doctor.
Watch TV to escape. Like, you don't have to. Okay, if I have trauma in real life, I don't need to see it. I'm already here. I need to escape.
That's a good point. I like that point.
And so. And that's the thing I saw that is about Family Matters. Like I remember Family Matters, and it was slapstick comedy, but Family Matters went on for a long time.
They did,
and they said they wanted to talk about them is that because while there weren't wealthy black families, there were a lot of middle class families who could. You got a cop, so it's just like it was another thing where you could just here's a black family. They weren't poor, but they weren't as wealthy as the Cosbys, and so but they still had a regular.
It was like they were like a regular Joe Schmo type income,
exactly.
Did you guys hear that Friends and Living Single was like they're basically the same episode, like the same. Living Single was based off of Friends was based off of Living Single. Did you hear that?
They were both great. I liked them both.
They were both great, but if you saw network wise, Living Single was on a smaller, network than Friends was, and Friends went on to become this big thing. And they were like, I think Kevin on stage did something where he was like, what if somebody had made a joke and said, what if Living Single became like a Black Friends or whatever, something like that. And they were like, wait, Living Single, Friends was based off of Living Single. They were in the sense of the idea and the concept of it all.
I just want to know the history behind it. Like I would love to, before I agree, say yes, it was. I want to know like the factual information behind that.
I don't know.
Because sometimes I think we don't get me wrong. There's so much cultural appropriation that goes on in the world where it would not shock me if that's like true.
In some places, I'm glad that it didn't, because if Living Single was to blow up like Friends, it may have become a completely different type of show, and it blew up in the black community.
Oh, it's big.
We loved it for what it was.
We did.
And if it would have become like Friends, I feel like we wouldn't have gotten that. Like Girlfriends.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
that was great.
It was a great show.
It was a good show. It was on BET though.
To me, but
my point exactly.
Yeah. Huh?
Girlfriends wasn't on BET first.
No, it was on
WB.
Yeah, WB.
Oh, WB
yeah.
and then BET.
Most of the black shows, the WB.
That's true. Hanging with Mr. Cooper was on
yeah.
So
WB too.
to me, those were the last years of outside of Blackish of great black sitcoms.
I agree with that.
Was when the WB.
Which is sad that Blackish is the only one we could think of that kind of gives that family dynamic. And even then, I mean, obviously they're more well off than most. Right?
Yeah.
Like he does marketing and she does she's a doctor. And aside from even that, like it's just like this whole family dynamic of which it's like a bunch of kids, and they what I do like about it is that they kind of provide some level of context as to, okay, this is what we do now, but this is what happened back then. They always kind of give
generational too.
Yeah, exactly.
In the same house.
Yes, which I also love. I mean, it gives some kind of gelling to the black community of a household that normally, like most black families are broken. Like most black families don't have a mom and dad and grandpa and grandma and like everybody's in the same house and they're wealthy and they well off and they go to private school. Like, just stuff like that. Yeah. So to me, again, like the Cosby Show did, it, again, with Blackish kind of provides this context of like a modern day, I can do this, I can get there, and this is possible.
You literally had everything. You could look at a different show and get a different black lifestyle.
Yeah.
That wasn't the stereotypical, like,
right. You have Family Matters, Middle Class. You have Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which was rich uncle, but brought a lot. And you had the Cosby Show, which was well-off parents, but the kids went through normal teen and children-like things.
Yeah.
You could relate to everything that's going on.
Yeah.
And most of these things. What I do appreciate, which was funny about Family Matters, is that they brought on the stupid friend.
Waldo.
Yeah.
What were some of the best movies you saw growing up? Like movies that you went to the movie theater and you was like, man, this was great.
The best movie I ever saw. What's funny is that I can only think of, and it's not even really a movie; it's a comedy show. But The Kings of Comedy was one of the funniest like comedy shows I've ever seen, like ever.
I agree. That was really good.
Like,
it was
ending with what's the name was just the best too. Like what's his name that passed away?
Oh, Bernie Mac.
Bernie Mac.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
I think it was Little Rascals for me.
You took it back with that. You took it all the way back.
Little Rascals and Major Payne. Those are.
Major Payne was cool. I like Major Payne.
Major Payne was really good. I mean, that's tough for me, but movies that I think like that changed. That to me like changed like movie. I think about the first movie I saw that I sat in the front was Jurassic Park, and I remember like I actually didn't even know what the movie was about.
Yeah, we
were all going. My mom was a big movie person, so I was like, I don't want to sit next to you all this time.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go in the front. What about the popcorn? I'm good. I'm going in the front. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take myself right back to the back.
Right. With moms, I'm tripping.
What's wrong with me?
Yeah.
That the first rated R movie I saw by myself, which was Bad Boys. And that changed to me. Like,
did you like the last Bad Boys? By the way,
I did like it. You didn't like it?
I thought it was really good. I thought
it was good.
I thought 2 was better.
For it to be a third one, it was really good, and you could still lead into another one.
That's what I like.
I don't want to.
It wasn't the best movie I've ever. It was not the best comedy I've ever seen, but I liked it.
No, it wasn't the best Bad Boys I've ever seen either.
No, it wasn't the best one, but for it to be,
I don't like a fat Martin Lawrence. It's just not doesn't do it for me.
It's fat.
Them fat cheeks looking like a chipmunk. I ain't with it.
Sizes.
I just appreciate it for being at the third one and that
I thought it didn't
flop.
The first one it did not flop. Actually, it's the most successful.
Yeah,
it's the most successful.
That's what I appreciate and liked about it.
Really?
It cost $70 million less than the second one, and it made literally $300 million more.
I think because it's them though. Like, you know what I mean? Like everybody was at that point ready for that.
No, that's actually the opposite. He's not even famous anymore, and he's dropping duds.
Who? Martin Lawrence?
Martin Lawrence is not even famous anymore, and Will Smith is dropping duds.
I agree.
The fact that it made that much money was just was.
So you think it's the storyline just that good?
No, it came out in January too. Nothing's out. So
okay, I'm about to say it wasn't.
Yeah, nothing's out.
Okay, What I was gonna ask you guys one thing. Oh, what's the scariest movie you ever saw? This is aside to what we're talking about right now. Like the scariest movie you ever saw in your life.
So
that's hard.
Back then, it was this movie called The Others.
I remember that,
and I thought that joint was very simplistic and scary because like you didn't know if they were dead people in the house or ghosts in this house, and you kept hearing these noises and you know. So that was back then. That was
I'd say Candyman.
Candyman.
I've never seen it.
I never saw
and
it.
Why I say that is because it impacted me looking in the mirror.
It's famous that they still won't say it, even like in his jokes.
Like it's every time I would go into the bathroom, it's like do not like mental. I'm like do not. Like I will always look around. See somebody. Like I will open like everything because it's just like you're in the mirror. You have to brush your teeth. You have to look in the mirror.
Yeah.
And then see, I've never seen it. And
it's like if you say Candyman a certain amount of times or something,
I've never seen it. So
3 times.
There goes my point again. Like I know they don't do it like they used to because think about the things we just named. Like Friends is coming back.
Yeah.
They made a Bad Boys 3. Going to make a Bad Boys 4. They're making another Candyman. It's being made right now.
Someone's like, how iPhone's not able to come up with nothing new. It's like Steve Jobs is dead, so we just want to keep moving forward with. We're gonna make y'all have better phone qualities.
I do like freaky movies though, like The Fourth Kind. That was kind of freaky.
The Fourth Kind, I never heard that.
So it's about alien inductions in Alaska.
Yeah,
supposedly based off.
I never heard of that.
So yes, actually, there was another movie that was really scary. It was it was just like that. It was based. They said it's based off a true story.
Yeah,
where this guy was abducted by aliens.
Yeah,
in front of his friends. They were on a pickup truck in front of his friends, and he disappeared. And then 3 days later, they found him in front of an ice cream truck, like butt naked in front of an ice cream truck. And he was just shaking. He was recounting the stories, and nobody believed him. And he took a lie detector test, and he passed a lie detector test. Everything he said, like
this is based on a true story.
It was based on a true story. So that was the first movie. We were like, oh shoot,
yeah.
Like how did this dude pass a lie detector test and no military background, nothing? Like so.
Have y'all seen The Skeleton Key?
No, I have seen The Skeleton Key.
Would I be seeing
that was good too.
Yeah.
That was freaky, a little freaky too.
Let me tell you something. I saw one of the Saws. I don't even know which Saw I saw. But I told myself and God, if you allow me to come out this movie theater, I will never go see. Because what happened at the end of that Saw movie, where they say, "Hey, this is based on true events, and we were not able to find the guy that was in charge of Saw."
I never knew that.
Yeah, like he had Yeah, and I was like, you know what? I don't need to see nothing scary. And that was literally the last time
they're making that.
What, Saw?
They've already finished. That was Chris Rock and Sam.
There was the one where they got locked in different places and they had to like cut off their arm or something to get out. That's Saw, right? That's Saw, right?
What about Grudge?
I ain't never seen Grudge.
Yeah.
The Grudge.
I seen The Grudge. They remade that too.
I'm just saying, like those are movies. I didn't mean to sidetrack us, but I just want to make sure that was clear. I will never see. So don't ask me if I'll see a scary movie. I don't do scary
movies anymore.
Yeah,
I do. It changed my life.
What's wrong with you?
It changed my life. It is the one remake that I say without a doubt is better than the original. It changed my life. I know, and okay, well, it changed my life. It is good.
I'm not going to see.
You should watch it at home. It's good.
Anywho, what was one of the first albums that you guys remember owning?
Weirdly, and you probably be Maroon 5.
That is weird.
Which one? Because they have some dope albums.
Well, the first album that I've actually no. Which one was it? Was it Maroon 5 or was it 808 and Heartbreaks?
Kanye West.
Yeah,
that to me is his best album in my opinion.
I don't. It's one of those two, but it was the black one. The black album from Maroon 5. I forgot the name of it, but it had a 5 on it.
Okay, yeah.
I know what you're talking about, but I don't listen to Maroon 5.
It's either those are like the only two like legit CDs that I think
That's your first member owner.
Purchase. Yeah.
What about you, T?
I'm trying to find it right now. Oh yeah, Doggy Style, Snoop Dogg. It's the first rap album I ever bought. And then I'm telling my age because I had a Columbia House membership. Y'all remember that joint?
No.
You don't. Yes,
I'm not
you
45.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yes, you do remember Columbia House. So
I don't.
Okay.
You can't tell me what I don't.
I'm only 4 years older than you, John. So why you are clowning?
I'm not clowning. I don't know what you're talking about.
You would get these memberships. So you pay 1 cent for a CD. as long as you paid the membership. So it's just like
Is that like the old, like a Netflix for
so they would send you CDs, but you continue your membership.
I have never heard of that in my entire life.
Oh, wow. So like so they sent me like 10 CDs and 10 albums. I got some from mine, but one of them I got was Snoop Doggy Dogg. It was Doggy Style.
Never.
Favorite album ever? Cisco. Unleash the Dragon.
Yeah, something is wrong with you, John.
I don't care what you say. That album is fire.
You hate Baltimore.
The first one you bought,
John. You all listen how John hates Baltimore so much.
I don't hate
his favorite
Baltimore.
album came from a Baltimorean.
First of all, I don't hate Baltimore a lot. Actually, if you ask Jovita, I was gonna live in Baltimore for
You
a large
did live
part
in
of my.
Baltimore.
No, I was gonna like marry her and move to Baltimore. I live with you, but I'm
You're
talking about
crazy.
but either way, that Cisco album is amazing.
Yeah, I
Unleash the
agree.
Dragon. If you ever never heard that,
It was
Unleash
a
the
good
Dragon,
album.
that was a great album.
Cisco
from beginning to end.
and Drew Hill together.
Yes,
like that
amazing.
Is like, I will drive an 8-hour drive. I did that to South Carolina and
I don't know if I would drive it. I'm not gonna lie to you on that.
And I mean South Carolina, singing Cisco and Drew Hill almost the whole way down there.
Did you go to? You were going to a show? Or you were just
No.
going something traveling? Oh, I thought you were saying
thought you were
going to a
driving 8
show.
hours to
Yeah,
see
to go
them.
to see Cisco.
No, not
I'm
to
about to
see
say,
them.
bro, you going?
No.
He's about to light you up.
I'm about, bro. I don't know what's going on in your household. So who were some of your favorite music artists growing up, though? So like I could tell you mine right off the break. Genuine. Period.
We know.
Yeah.
I remember. I used to live with you. I remember, like, it was Genuine. It was a Marion.
Yes.
Like John. He's
Yes.
not that.
Doom. I got an ice box for my heart.
You used to
Usher.
blast that joint.
Usher.
I agree with Usher too.
Usher's dope.
Usher's one of my favorites.
Usher is like, to me, he's definitely, and he's still. I mean,
Don't say he still is, because he's not.
still dope.
He's not doing anything.
He dropped. Yes, he can't do anything because he's hot. Period. Like.
That's
I mean, like,
that was just
too
uncalled
soon.
for. Yes,
He had to fade away for a little bit because of like
because of that situation.
He had to let it burn. So
he had to let it burn. He did.
Favorite artist. My favorite artist right now is still Jasmine Sullivan, but my favorite. Sorry,
you annoy me with that.
Jasmine Sullivan is. I would. Now I'm not driving 8 hours, but.
You would not drive 8 hours to see her.
I wouldn't drive 8 hours to see anybody. To see anybody, but
I have done that actually.
Yeah, I would not drive 8 hours to see anybody.
I went 8 hours to see not 8, but maybe 6 hours to see Ty Tribbett.
I wouldn't Jersey. I would drive to Jersey.
I'll watch
Shut
on
up before you
YouTube.
say down the street. I know you about to say that. Like,
What are you about to say?
I said I would drive to New Jersey.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
Yeah,
I would drive
a block over from where you live now.
I would drive 4 hours to see Jasmine Sullivan.
Jasmine Sullivan. It's the issue with me with her is like, why aren't you mainstream yet? Like, even still, like, what's going on?
I don't care. I like her just how
like
she
your
is.
ability is amazing.
I like her just how she is.
I don't even really. I mean, Jovita, my wife loves her, but like, I'm like, why do we even need to keep seeing her? I mean, she's basically I don't want to like dilute who she is, but to me, she really is just like a black gospel singer as type person that could do great runs that are kind of spectacular. There are, but I'm not really pressed to go hear Jasmine Sullivan do anything. I'm just not.
Who are you pressed to go see then, Jonathan?
I'm pressed to see. I already told you I would go see Ty. I told you that off the break. But I'm a more of a vocally. I don't care about him.
Yeah.
Just the performance. Yeah, the performance. Yeah. Who would I be pressed to see? I don't really know. That's a good question. I don't know if I'd be pressed to see anybody.
But it's nobody who to me it's nobody who's come out within the past 10 years.
I will say I just got hip to somebody named Mickey Miller. And when I tell you this girl, and not just her vocal ability, I don't care nothing about that actually. Actually, I probably would be pressed to see her. I love her.
You told me that.
I love her. But Mickey Miller, her band is amazing. And they like, if you ever get a chance, like put that joint on Spotify, put it like, listen to it.
What's your favorite genre?
I don't have a favorite because I'm a musician. I just don't. I listen to all kinds. Go ahead.
For me, my ultimate favorite is R&B.
So like old school R&B?
Old school R&B. Not.
Do you like Tank?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's the thing. They don't make their R&B is dead. R&B is dead.
Old school R&B.
I don't agree with that.
Old school R&B.
Name somebody.
There are a bunch of R&B artists.
Name somebody. Name your R&B artist.
So I can't name anybody that's like anybody up until 2005.
Thank you.
Like it's a different sound.
R&B is dead.
I'm not gonna say that.
You're wrong.
R&B is dead.
No,
I'm about to give you a list.
I'm not gonna say that. And as much as people hate Jacquees or Jacquees, whatever, like that's the most current person that sounds.
He's
like,
trash.
That's fine. I'm just saying. His music is there. He's making money. So
when I say R&B and dead, it means there's nobody new who's producing quality R&B. The people who are producing, in my opinion, that are still quality R&B. I remember 112 dropped the album. Their last album.
It wasn't the same.
It was not, but it's to me it was still better than half the R&B that comes out.
That's because of when they came out, though. Like what they had.
That's what I'm saying.
But when I go turn on R&B, I'm ready for it. But no, PJ Morton.
Yeah. Go ahead.
PJ Morton, Xavier, Daniel Caesar.
I'll give you Daniel Caesar. I'll give you Daniel.
There's so Spotify is like my thing.
However,
I'm about to give you a whole list
before you do that. To the purpose of this podcast. However, when we were growing up, Jagged Edge,
it's a different sound.
112,
those are groups.
Boys and Men,
but those are groups.
And it's
Usher. What up, Usher? I even go up as far as Tank.
I don't like Usher either because he's not giving me R&B anymore.
I'm talking about when we were growing up. That's what I said. The music, the R&B. So I can actually rock with the fact that even like old school R&B. People say that was better than new school. I'm even okay with that argument. I may disagree, but I can hear, Temptations, and I can even what's his name? What's the main one?
Like Gerald Levert, all those.
But what's the ones before that? Like Jesus,
you going back?
You ain't naming nothing.
Yes, I am. You play some classic songs. You can play on like that. You put on. Everybody knows who they are. Like everybody knows that song. Beyonce just did redid his
Before I Let Go.
Yeah, Before I Let Go. So so my thing is like, but when we were growing up R&B, Genuine, even the solo artists were dropping like hits. They were like Aaliyah. So to me, like Aaliyah. Like, can we talk about Aaliyah real quick? Aaliyah had, people are gonna like be pissed. Aaliyah had no vocal talent.
Okay.
Wow.
Wait. So am I lying?
I'm not going with you on this.
So
can we stop the conversation now?
No, Aaliyah. Aaliyah does not have vocal talent compared to a lot of female artists today. Her, Beyonce, Jasmine. Aaliyah.
How are we even comparing that?
Well, here's what I'm saying. Aaliyah couldn't sing to me better than Brandy. Couldn't sing better than Monica. But she had better music than almost all of them because of her production. So I'm saying even the production quality of R&B music today is not even as better as the production quality of R&B music we had growing up.
Oh no!
I mean, I would agree with that, but the way you made that point,
right?
Was
no. Aaliyah is one of my favorite artists of all time.
So why we go there?
Yeah,
but I
must not care about her.
No, right. I'm saying it's not because she could sing. She had great music. You see what I'm saying?
People that are dope now.
Okay.
Her.
Yes.
Ari Lennox.
Yes.
Summer Walker.
Yes.
No. She can sing.
What?
What?
She can sing.
Okay.
She can sing. Her, yes.
PJ Morton.
Yeah.
Tank.
Yep.
Tank is not dope now.
Tank is not dope.
Tank is not famous now.
Okay.
He's famous though.
It has nothing to do with being famous though.
Listen to what I'm saying. Yes, it does. He's like his point about being mainstream.
Daniel Caesar. I'm gonna keep going.
Yes.
I think Tank is dope now.
I think Tank is dope art, but he's from our time, and his albums right now aren't better than his albums. His albums now are not better than his albums before. You cannot tell me his albums before his albums right now.
His albums now are different,
but they're not better than the music before.
I don't agree with that.
I agree.
I
think you agree with yourself?
Yes. I think you can compare everything because the oldies when we were growing up sound different than the R&B from our time, which sounds different than the music that you have now.
Yes, but
you have to appreciate it for where it is.
So here's my thing. I think in order to be famous right now, some part of evolving has to happen. I don't think Tank's evolving, which I'm okay with because I like the old school sound anyway. That's why I think Tank's not famous. Her is new, which means she doesn't have to evolve because she's of the times. You see, am I making sense?
She does have to evolve like everybody.
She will evolve eventually, but she doesn't evolve right now because she's this generation's R&B artist. So I'll give you her. I won't give you Tank because he's old school. I won't give you Tank.
The Weeknd.
The Weeknd, I'll yield the Weeknd, but he's more hip hop.
What do you think about Miguel? What do you think about Miguel?
I like Miguel.
Me too.
When he was out, he's not really.
Weeknd's more hip hop. The Weeknd's more hip hop.
Oh, The Weeknd.
He's more hip hop. He's more pop and hip hop than R&B.
I think he's on.
What about Chris Brown?
You know how I feel about Chris Brown.
What?
I think he's talented.
He's R&B.
He's more pop than R&B too.
He does both.
He's a mix.
He does both.
But I wouldn't consider him R&B.
Yeah. Well, Google does.
Google also says that our school phone number is 410 when it's not. So,
Anyway,
you couldn't give me anybody else, could you?
No. I just stopped looking.
R&B is dead.
No, R&B is not dead.
It's dead, man.
You can't say that.
I love R&B, and I can't say that.
R&B is my favorite. R&B and pop are my favorite genres.
So, do you really think it's dead? Then
I do think it's dead.
All right.
That's why I like pop more, because I think R&B is gone.
You like pop more?
I love pop is my favorite.
But you just said R&B is your favorite.
No, R&B is one of my favorite. That's what I said. R&B is one of my. I said R&B and pop are my favorite genres, but I think R&B is dead. I listen to older R&B. I can listen to current pop and still enjoy it.
I don't.
Do y'all remember boy bands? Do y'all remember boy? I know we black. Do y'all remember boy bands?
Yeah.
Do you remember NSYNC?
Yes. What do you mean? Do I remember NSYNC? Are you serious?
Well, because you're black, so I don't want you to. Like
I will hurt you.
And from Suitland, so
yeah, I know.
Are you going to help him?
No, I'm just.
So, were you an NSYNC fan?
I liked NSYNC.
He didn't do the dances though.
You did the
I didn't do it. I didn't.
He did it in the mirror in the bathroom.
Jovita loves it. Loves the bob and all that. I like NSYNC. I like Backstreet Boys. I like Jagged Edge.
Yes,
they were dope.
Yeah.
Do
they count as a boy band or R&B group?
They're a boy band.
I don't think they count as a boy band.
How?
I think they're R&B.
What is wrong with you? Are you just saying things that are contrary to me today?
No, because I think boy bands did pop and R&B groups did R&B. I think Jagged Edge did R&B. Shut up. That's what I think. And you can't say anything. That's what I think.
I'm about to smack the heck out of this guy.
So you think Boys and Men counts as a boy band?
I would say that when you're saying boy bands as pop, is that what you're saying?
No, I'm saying boy bands did pop and R&B groups did R&B.
It's literally word choice.
It's the genre of music they did. NSYNC did not do R&B; they did pop.
Okay, so I'm just speaking to what I know.
He's speaking on synonyms.
Pause.
Yeah.
You know how I know I'm right? Because everyone said even the first R&B song that NSYNC ever did was Gone. Was their first R&B song. Was Gone.
But which was still a boy band that did R&B.
Okay.
Anywho, I say Jagged Edge. I like Jagged Edge. Jagged Edge. Jagged Edge. I like them a lot. I also like. There was another one. Oh, did y'all like B2K?
I didn't really listen to them.
I mean, I liked them.
I mean, I didn't like go to turn them on.
I don't know when life phased where they went from boy bands to like single, like everybody's going single now. Even with Justin Timberlake doing it, you know,
that was always the goal.
It was just our like. No,
it was not always the goal. I mean, I think some people went out to
Gladys Knight did it. Tina Turner. Well,
I don't think it was always the goal. Is what I'm saying. I think when people come out as
many now. Like now, there's not as many.
No, it was not. It may not. It happened. The Temptations. Like there's always a lead singer who wanted to go
right, but now there's so many just single artists. There's not a lot of groups out now.
Yes, you know why? Because R&B is dead.
Okay,
sorry.
So aside from even what I don't know if he's high or what right now, but as far as any of that, do y'all remember when we used to have AOL?
Yes,
and Messenger,
Yep, chat rooms and all that.
Yeah, like I remember, like especially on Towson's campus, that was one of the big things that was like a big deal. Like you would have AOL Messenger, and that would be how you would communicate. It'd be like your
high school,
message.
middle school.
Oh, sorry,
home and getting
because you're a little bit younger than we are.
Yeah, it was towards the end. That's how I met.
How old are you? You're 34, right?
I'm 34.
4 years. I'm probably 10 years younger than you.
Yes,
how old are you?
At least
I'm 30.
You're 8 years younger than me.
You're at least 10 years old.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you remember? How could you possibly remember AOL?
What do you mean? How could you remember it?
We used to get home from school and log on. We used
Okay.
to do it in the library too.
That's how I met Tanisha. Her
and I remember the AOL.
You met her online?
Well, we used to communicate. So her screen name was Sexy Chocolate 12.
What?
Sexual chocolate.
Tanisha?
Yeah.
Sexual. I can't even lie. Mine was Love Jones 2017 at the time.
That's whack.
But 2000, not 17, but 2000, 2007.
Never dope movie. Love Jones.
That is a great movie.
It's a great movie.
Love Jones is a great movie.
Yeah.
That's not whack. At the time, I thought Love Jones was everything. I thought my last name was everything, and I was trying to make it work in every situation. So I was on AIM like everybody else, and I would have my AIM turn all the way up, and be like, you send a message and do whatever. You put your away message when you would go to the diner, because that's what we were doing. When you would go home or go to school, you put your away message on.
I don't know why. you come in from going outside playing with your friends.
I remember the AOL disc. Like we used to get the AOL disc to use for internet, service. And you use that, whatever. And
remember dial-up?
Yeah. Get off the phone.
Brother. brother.
And then you be rude with somebody on the internet. You pick up the phone.
You kids don't understand. You could not use your phone and internet
For
at the
anything.
same time.
For nothing.
At the same time.
And at that time, we only had house phones.
Right.
Yeah.
So we never had, cell phones. But so like when they had the house phone, that would be the dial-up.
And don't have a sibling and want to talk to your girlfriend while you're.
Did y'all only have one phone line?
Yeah.
At your house? At yours?
Yeah.
Jovita had two.
Several. Oh.
Bougie.
Yes.
She lived a different kind of life. We didn't. We had restrictions. I mean, not saying she didn't have restrictions, but she had a separate phone line.
Yeah.
So her mom and dad had their phone line. She had her own in her own room, which I thought was crazy. When I met my wife, I was like, "Yo, you living lavishly out this junk." I was like, "We ain't had none of that."
No.
That's how I felt when I met all you Pajarians. So
Pajarians. What are you talking about?
People from PG.
What?
Yeah, I said
Goodbye.
I was like, you were just.
You're just a Baltimorean.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how we felt. Y'all living the life.
We're living life in PG.
Yes.
We are one of the wealthiest areas. Though.
Like, thank you. So you better own it.
I'm
The
owning it.
wealthiest black community in the United States.
Pajarian?
Yeah, I didn't like the way you said it though.
I'm sorry, you Pajarians.
Yeah,
so.
I think it's stupid.
I think you guys had diseases.
Well, I'm from a
You thought we have diseases?
Oh, wow.
Wow. Well, we knew for sure Baltimoreans had
This is
diseases.
true.
Right. All of them. Just like the coronavirus came out of, the heart.
Come on, we know where it came from. That Baltimore harbor.
Hater. Nothing came out that harbor.
That harbor. You look at it. You would think the coronavirus been in there for years.
You would think everything's in that harbor. I remember some girl fell in. I'm like, Bangkok has her name.
Do you guys remember when we had Nextels and
Yep.
everybody had the little
chirp?
the chirp? Yeah.
And then there was a code to get better service. It was like
There was?
Yeah, down, right. Like it was like a special
to get better service.
Yeah,
I've never heard of that.
So
in my life, Tony.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I wish I knew that. I would have did it.
Yeah.
I had a boost though. I had a boost
too.
Okay.
Where you at?
Yeah, I had a boost jump, and I couldn't wait like everybody else. Like I'm in the bank or wherever I'm at. And I'm just like,
you could easily get a Nextel phone from somebody though too.
Remember the sidekicks?
Everyone had.
Remember the sidekicks?
I didn't like those
sidekicks.
I remember one of our Darius gave me his sidekick. I was like, bro,
he gave you it.
He gave me his sidekick.
Wow.
I had a phone and he gave me his sidekick.
Remember pagers?
Yes.
Yeah.
I used to have to call my mom on
I
the
can't believe
pager.
they still have pagers.
Who has pagers?
Doctors
hospitals and stuff.
I don't understand. And that's the thing.
But
I don't understand.
phones work.
There's so much
But their phones are like out of date. It's like it's weird.
There's so much technology right now where you don't need a pager.
But
you don't need a pager.
You
think so?
I think it's still for those professions where you're all over the place and you may not be able to have your phone and want your phone.
There are apps for that you can pay somebody.
There are. There's got to be something else. Like it's 2020.
It saves money.
It must.
It does.
It does.
So I actually remember. I am old because I remember.
We know.
Shut up. I remember my first cell phone was literally $35
It was a Motorola?
for 15 minutes. For 15 minutes.
Wow.
You had to pay $35 for 15 minutes.
That's crazy.
Wow.
And so that's what I say. People are like, there was no unlimited.
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 Call me back at 9:00.
Yeah.
Like so, it was, and I had so you were.
Yeah.
flexing.
Remember unlimited nights and weekends?
Yeah.
But you was balling when you had unlimited nights and weekends, or if it started at 7, you were balling.
Yeah. When they pushed it
You
to
was.
7, it was just like,
You was.
yo, don't call me. You cannot call me till 7.
And text messages took up your minutes.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
If you had prepaid?
No. When you sent the message, it would
cost
take away from your minutes.
like 10 cents. Something like that.
I didn't know that.
What were the phones with the little light up antennas?
Those were
Nokias, right?
Nokias,
Nokia.
Kiro Sierra too.
I didn't have
That took me back to the day, bro.
That Nokia used to go to the mall and get the light up antennas.
Yeah, be pressed.
Oh, and the face thing on it too.
Yeah, it would light up on the phone.
And then remember we used to use ringtones for real? Like, remember that was a big thing?
Every time
Napster,
someone has a ringtone, I fry them really. Well, actually, I haven't.
Now I don't do.
I just thought about
ringtones
that.
I don't do it now, but I'm just saying, like, remember how, like, we used to be super pressed to get the little, first of all, it wasn't even like the full out ringtone. It was like the, like electronic ones at first.
Yeah.
It sounded like a little, like,
That sounded like a movie. Or
it sounded like
now.
a song.
And then we started making our own.
Yeah.
On the radios and stuff like that.
I think the only reason why I got a ringtone now is because I hate that all iPhones have the same ringtone.
It's always on vibrate.
How about this? Remember when, I'm sorry,
I was going to say the voicemail.
I was just about to say that. When you had a voicemail you'd make and you have the little R&B music in the background and all that.
Hey, y'all.
You don't remember doing that? Y'all ever did that in Baltimore? Y'all probably just had some rap music in the background.
The females.
Gunshots.
What do you mean? Because we might have. Explain them more.
So, like, if you like had your voicemail set up, you would have like a whatever, like a song in the background. I just like, hey, I'm not here right now.
Yeah.
If you could leave a message after the beep.
And then they got to the trickster. It was just like, hello. Hello?
I hated that.
I actually used my little geek self. I actually used Gollum from Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
And I used the scene from Gollum. It was like, you don't have any friends. Nope.
That is stupid.
It was so dumb, but it was so funny. I got so many compliments for that voicemail thing.
I remember when my girlfriend from back in high school, she would make me a CD playlist of songs like for like a part of our Valentine's Day.
Playlist no more.
Yeah, but I just think that just they said you start to go back in your mind. You're like, yo, I used to get a play like for my girlfriend. She would make me a play, and that's actually what's funny about that. That was the only way I got to hear secular music because in my household we wasn't allowed to have no secular music like that at all. Them Christians, man, they be ruining you, bro.
So, and not even that. I remember my brother. He had a DMX tape.
Mm-hmm.
And we went over my dad's
I used to love DMX.
Yo, when he dropped,
we went over my dad's house. My brother had his Walkman.
Yeah.
Right? And he was listening to it. My dad goes, "What you listening to?" And so he takes it off my brother's ear and listens to it. And takes the whole tape and just breaks it off.
This is a side question. Do you think you'll let your kids listen to secular music when they grow up?
My kids
They do?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering. I mean, because secular music is different now than it was back then. Because secular music back then was like super, kind of secretive. You wouldn't like. You don't know. I can't wait to show you what I'm about to do later. Now they're like, I'm going to flip you over, put my penis in your vagina. You gonna love it. You gonna love it. Like that. So I'm asking, like, the secular music now today is telling them exactly explicitly what they're gonna do. So I'm wondering if y'all gonna let them do that.
Sometimes like how your parents are influences how you are.
Yeah.
So. Like we listen to Nelly and stuff with my dad, but my mom really didn't listen to secular all that much. It was more gospel. So, but me, I am more so like R&B guy. Period.
Yeah.
Through. Whereas my brother is rap, trap, all the other 3-6, and I didn't give a damn about 3-6.
Right.
Or people where their parents listen to all oldies. So that's literally they don't care about any of the rap now. They just want anything that's going to take them back to the oldies.
Yeah, I gotta stay fly. I gotta stay high.
I can't stand it.
That joint. I didn't like 3-6 till that joint dropped. It was like,
that was just the worst.
Oh, and it's hard out here for the pimp when the movie came out.
It actually made me think of when back in college days. This might be for you, not college, but back in college days, we would go to we would go to the clubs. Remember when from the window to the wall, like that type of music was like big then, and then we would like be in the clubs jumping up and down and like kind of pump fisting and fight. If you don't want to,
if you buck,
yeah.
If you buck,
like it was super. That was high school for y'all. Yeah. So like that was super in college, and we would go and just literally all the guys would jump up and down, be like fighting each other.
When Clips came out with that beat, bruh, I used to
wait.
It was like,
okay, because I was about to say it sounded like you just dropped your phone on the table. That's what
that was a good. Yeah. So I remember that's why I love the post when somebody's like, I'm somewhere between I live my life to serve you and not give you bucks. So it all depends where you at.
I miss that, man. I miss that type of music.
They got fight music right now. They just really fight. Not give you bucks.
Fight music is like kill music. It's not like fight music. I want to fight music. I don't want to kill.
What? Yeah. So that's the other thing. I don't. Do you all remember? Because I feel like young people, there's not a lot. They don't get advice like we used to. Like so when you were growing up, what was some of the best advice you got from an older person?
I didn't get
even if it's not best, but what's some of the phrases you remember people used to tell you growing up, or advice? Cause remember how Craig's dad gave him his bag. He gave him, you said these. You win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day. Rest in peace.
Yeah. I didn't get a lot of great advice
outside of your porn book that you got when you got married.
You already know my dad like, here, take this. My dad gave me plenty of advice, but I felt like it wasn't like memorable, like really? Not when I say memorable, I mean,
like life changing.
Yeah, it was just like, yo,
he shared Jesus with you, and you're like,
my dad. Now let me tell you something. You asked him to, like, can I go to the mall? Well, 1 Corinthians 2 says, I'm like, all right, I don't want to go anymore.
So the way my mom was, it's kind of like it wasn't advice, but it kind of forced you to think or take ownership. Like you could be doing something and you go and complain, and she's just like, well, I didn't tell you to do that. You chose to do that, so figure it out. And then, like, that makes you like, well, I did choose to do this. Why did I choose to do this? What is the outcome? And makes you go down that road. Sure. Or it's like, Mom, I'm hungry. Like, okay, well, hi, my name's Maxine. Nice to meet you, hungry. And
Right,
so it's just
right.
like, okay, you're hungry. Figure it out.
Yeah.
Do something about it.
Meanwhile, you sit there.
Yeah.
Like,
Stomach caving in.
I'm not going to be here doing everything for you.
Right.
Figure it out for yourself.
Jesus, man, I just want a biscuit.
Right.
It was
Right.
all that, Mom, boy, go read a book. Or,
Yeah.
Mom, this is about, well, it sounds like a personal problem to me.
My mom would say that.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are not having that because that forces you, without giving advice, it forces you to sit and think about a solution.
So you feel like everybody's getting everything handed to them?
Yeah.
Do your parents? I remember the first time I heard my mom curse because my mom is like church. We went in church like every day, like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, like comedians all day long. And I remember that, like my mom, and she was just never did anything wrong. Like I'm pretty sure I didn't even think my mom was even having sex. Like she was just like
Wait
so.
a minute.
I'm just saying. But I remember my mom.
Trust me, your mom was having.
Shut up. I mean, obviously. Now I remember. Now she's like, when those doors are locked. Now I'm like, oh, okay. Like, oh,
You know what it is.
And now I find myself locking doors. Like
Get the pillow.
yeah,
That's it.
exactly. So I'm like, I remember I'm like interning in high school at my mom, she's a teacher, and I'm like interning like practicum, trying to get like the experience of being an educator. And I remember some boy said something to him. My mom told this kid, excuse my language, "That's right. Tell him I said it. Tell your mom I'm the bitch that said it." No, my mom taught elementary school, so like, what did
That's crazy.
What did this third grader
Say to you.
say to you that yes, I said it? Tell her I'm the bitch that said it. I was like, Ma, first of all,
Are you giving your mom a handcuff?
so clap. Second of all, Mom, he's a third grader. Like, he's a little
Yeah,
kid. Like,
a little bit less, mom.
can't make you. Now that I'm an educator, I'm like,
Yes.
you know
You get
what? Yeah,
Should have said
let's
more.
take you there.
That's hilarious.
So that's
I
good.
mean, I feel like overall, man, like everything has changed for the somewhat worse, in my opinion. I don't know how y'all feel about it. I feel like just across the board, music has changed, and I feel like this is what our parents were saying to us when we would listen to the music that we listening to.
Yeah, that's
like,
the part.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and they
like,
were like, "You don't know no music. Remember this Anita Baker?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whatever."
Yeah.
And now we're at a space. Now we're at 35, and when I realized we're old was when I hopped in the car, turned on XM, and then turned on my Heart and Soul, and they got all of our hits playing. I said, "Hold on a minute,
This
I
is
am not this old. I belong on the
Exactly.
regular radio station.
Yep.
They done moved us off that
They
and
put
put
a
us
new one.
They put us on Heart and
I
Soul.
mean, I don't listen to the radio.
I don't listen to radio either. So I actually stopped listening to all music, all things in my car. Like just like Jocelyn and I literally sit in the car quiet. I don't listen to anything.
So that's what I'm saying.
Because I'd rather just let her think, or we sing.
We listen to Kids
Nursery
Bop or
rhymes.
Disney cartoons or Kids Bop with my
Yeah.
kids in the car. But even outside my kids in the car, I literally watch movies like driving. There is nothing.
That's not
That's illegal.
I don't. It might be.
No, it is. I'm
I
letting
will
you know.
listen to the
That's
movie,
my
not
car-
watch it. I will listen to it.
Is it playing in your car?
It's playing like through my car.
Is it sitting up on your dashboard?
It is. See, don't even try to lie. I'm looking at you right now. I
So
know
you
you're
can't
lying.
say you're not
Yeah,
watching.
okay.
Yeah, you're a liar.
I'm not really watching it, but
So,
I'm
with
like,
anyone listening, don't drive behind or in front of Terrence. 'cause-
beside.
Yeah, because he will definitely.
or with me.
All of the
the
above.
above.
Yeah, anything. I just feel like
There's
overall,
nothing out. There's nothing. Like I have to. Like I try to go to Apple and search for new music.
Yeah.
And I'm like scrolling through. Now, to be fair, I'm also very picky. I am a movie.
You're a snob.
I'm a movie slut, but I'm very picky with music. Like
Yeah.
it takes a lot for me to. First of all, I don't think of a complete album that you like complete
album.
complete album that you like from beginning to end. You can rock to it. And
I already know. I can tell you one right now.
Day
What?
26.
That was not the one I was about to say.
which one? First one or second one?
The first one.
Okay,
Neither for me.
I agree. That was the, but they were great.
Usher Confessions.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Tell me that John was from beginning to end.
That's
hits.
a good one. The Eminem Show, for me.
Oh.
Superman was on there.
Yeah. I liked it.
That was a good one. Evanescence.
No.
Yeah. See, I was in
I
the rock too.
disagree.
Evanescence's very first album would bring me up. Wake me up, break me up.
Yeah.
That was,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I
that.
don't.
Justin Timberlake had one too.
I know his first one.
No, not the first one.
What?
The second one. The first one was good, but the second one was the one with
Wasn't it the Suitcase one? I mean, not the Suitcase one, but the
not Suit and Tie. That's the third one.
not Suit and Tie. Something.
The second one is the one with Cry Me a River.
That's the first one.
That's the second one.
You're gonna make me pull it up.
The first one is the one with maybe not Cry Me a River. What's the You know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't, because you said Cry Me a River, and
that might be his first one.
I know you.
But I'm telling you,
like about to walk it back. You're about to walk it back.
You like the second one better too, John.
Roll the tapes back.
You like the second one better. Trust me.
I'm probably gonna listen to the John when I get on the way home.
I know.
Justified. What you talking about, right? Justified.
Yeah, that's the first one. I like Future Sex Love Sound,
which is not the first one.
Yes, that's like the second one. That's the second one. So the one with sex with
Did I say the first one?
Yeah, I like.
I'm gonna smack you with this phone.
I like the one with My Love, Love Stone, Sexy Bad.
That was a really good album.
Until Losing My Way, like that one. That's the second one.
But the Justified one was a good album too.
It was a very his out.
Except for the last album that he put out, Man in the Woods. Yeah, trash.
Yeah, it was very trash.
It was horrible.
I didn't really listen to.
A lot of these artists, group artists, their first albums were like their first intro like joints to the world were like Cisco's first joint was fire. Amazing. From Drew was fire.
First of all, Justin Timberlake's 2020 experience was also
fire.
Amazing.
Yeah.
His basically anytime he collabs with Timberland, it's like
he's the one who I would drive to see. Him, Justin Timberlake, I would drive to see him. I would definitely drive to see him.
I'll still drive to see no one.
I like Pharrell a lot too, by the way.
They're coming back.
He lost me with Happy. I'm sorry.
That Joe made a bunch of money.
It could have, but I didn't like it.
Happy put me in. Never mind.
It didn't put me in a happy place.
Happy was great.
It made a lot of money.
The Clips is coming back.
Really?
Yeah, they're making.
Not one of the two of the Clips was still doing. He still was doing records.
Yeah. But they're as a group. They're actually working on.
I actually listen to some of his stuff.
They're working on the album as we speak.
I agree with you. Music is kind of dead to me right now. I mean, like the new stuff, I'm not listening to it.
Making the Band was a good show, man.
They're about to bring that back too.
They are. One of my friends' son had an audition, but it got canceled because of Corona.
Yeah. You don't like Making the Band?
No, I loved it.
Oh,
I like reality TV.
Yeah,
so, when it was real.
Yeah, it's getting out of hand now.
It's all scripted. It's scripted.
Did you ever like the one that Kevin Hart did? The like fake reality?
Yes, I did.
Yeah,
that was to me. That was actually the funniest. Some of the funniest things Kevin Hart ever put out besides stand up was that show. That show was great.
What I hate is that everything is filled with drama, and it's not organic drama.
Yeah, it's forced.
It's forced drama.
Yeah.
Like, if somebody told you something, why do you have to, it's going to create drama, but you still going to share it, knowing that it's going to blow up later. So you're doing this on purpose to create it. Whereas old days, it was like, it seemed more organic.
It may not have been, but it felt like it was like legit fighting.
Like that show, like you're literally getting mad at somebody for like,
just for the what do you call it? Shits and giggles.
It was hilarious when Diddy made him go get cheesecake.
Yes.
Oh my god! And it was and Dave Chappelle's cover of that joint was amazing.
Yeah. That joint was funny.
Bad boy. Go give you some Cambodian breast milk.
So that joint was funny. Yeah. So overall, guys, we just really wanted to talk about, the sequence of events that have happened over the past 20, 25 years.
Yeah.
Where we've gone from like music that seemed to be kind of quality. It seemed like everything was going in a good direction. R&B is not dead, despite what Terrence is saying. Damn. Don't listen to him. If you want to get some recommendations, email us. We'll definitely send you some quality.
They're all old artists.
Apparently, he needs to get some too. Apparently,
yes. They're older artists.
Okay, shut your mouth. Okay, but at the end of the day, everything's changed. Even from like television, to music, to everything. Like even the sense of advice that we get. Like we talked about that earlier too. Like we don't even get the same kind of advice anymore. I never really got that much advice.
Right.
So it just feels like life has changed. Yeah, I didn't get a whole lot, but my dad was here, so
technology is the only thing I think has gotten better. It's technology.
Technology has gotten better, but it's made us more disconnected.
The consequences of technology.
Yeah, I agree. Which means we don't do it like we
So we're at the family table and we're all on our phones.
Yeah.
You're telling your parents to put your phone down now.
It's true. That's true.
Yeah.
So we got to watch that.
My mom sent emojis and it was like what we doing?
Yeah.
My mom sent me a GIF, right?
Yeah.
And I was just like,
yeah.
How are you doing this? How do you
even
know where to go?
Yeah. It's too much.
The moment my dad send me like the pickle emoji, I'm definitely gonna just I'm out of here.
Or eggplant.
I mean the eggplant. That's what I mean. The eggplant emoji. No. I'm like, you know what? No more phones for me.
They better not. And if they use it out of context, that's gonna be like this. That's the dead side. Like that is not. That doesn't mean what you think. It means
like you go to dinner and then put the eggplant emoji on the joke. Like no, I don't.
Do you want eggplant? No,
I just had eggplant for dinner.
Right.
Like, what?
Dad, please stop.
So you eating?
So anyway, guys, we appreciate you listening to our show today. Terrence gonna do the real talk wrap up right now.
All right, let me start just by saying this: there will never be another different world. It just there will never be another different world. I wholeheartedly don't think we appreciated how not only great that show was, but how much of an impact it had for the culture. There will never be another Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. There will never be another Martin. Don't tell me how great Blackish is, because I know it's great, but it ain't Martin, it ain't the Fresh Prince, and it definitely ain't a different world. Now, even when I step outside of the culture, I honestly don't think there will ever be another Friends either. And yes, you may say I'm biased, but even Hollywood notices. Look at all the shows from my generation that have come back. Will and Grace, Full House, not that Fuller House. Saved by the Bell is coming back. Roseanne, Roseanne. Animaniacs, Celebrity Deathmatch, Beverly Hills 90210. I mean, I can go on and on and on. We might have to just admit that the 90s television was the best decade on television. I hate to finally admit it, y'all, but I think I might be at that point where I find myself uttering those same words. They don't do it like they used to. Yeah. Listen, think back to when you first heard "It Was All a Dream." Hey. I used to read Word Up magazine. Hey. Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine, hanging pictures of my wall. Right? It's like, come on now. Or even "It's Bonin' Biggie, it's Bonin' Biggie. Armed and Dangerous. Ain't too many can bang with us. Straight up, we know." I mean, I can go on and on and on. Yeah. Or what about that? Dum. Hey. The dum. Check it out. Itchy don't do the lane, so what you saying, yo? Silly with the 9 milli, with the dilly, yo. Run them in. Listen.
Come on, T.
Come on.
Bring us back, bro.
They don't do it like they used to. Listen, nothing will ever be more joyful, but yet more excruciating than having to get off your bed, go to the TV, click that power button on your console, take out that Nintendo game, blow it, and then put it back in that machine just so you can continue your game. All right? Nothing will compare to how I felt when I first saw Jurassic Park, the original Bad Boys, and pretty much any cartoon that uses complete CGI can thank Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, and The Lion King, because they were the first animated features to pioneer complete scenes with computer animations. And don't even get me started on movies. Every single action movie, every comic book movie, every science fiction movie should be paying out royalties to the creators of The Matrix. Yeah. That movie has single-handedly changed the way movies are made, and it's 21 years old. You can't tell me that as soon as you saw Trinity jump into midair, pause, and that camera rotated 360 degrees while she was still in midair, and she kicked that agent, you can't tell me that you weren't watching the most amazing piece of artwork on the big screen. Yeah. Now, yes, technology has gotten better, and maybe even acting, but all these older movies are coming back. Matrix 4, Bad Boys 3 came out, Coming to America 2. Like, literally, Disney is making a fortune right now by making movies out of the same exact stories we saw decades ago. And we already know the beginning, we know the middle, we know the end, we know the songs, we know the lines, and yet we're still in there to see them. $2 billion last year by Aladdin and The Lion King alone. It's the same story.
Same story.
It's the same story.
Nothing's changed.
And you know why?
Why?
Because Disney even knows they don't do it like they used to.
Facts.
Now, I will yield that It Chapter 2 was better than the original, but it's still the same solid story from generations ago. That ain't the original, but it's still the same story. That means they don't write them like they used to either. All these reality TV shows ain't crap compared to the real world on MTV. That's when reality TV was actually unscripted, unedited, raw, and you got to see what happens when 7 strangers pick to live in a house, work together, and have their lives taped. And you got to find out what happens when people stopped being polite and started getting real.
That's it.
Yo, kids don't even play outside like they used to.
Nope.
You remember getting home, doing your homework for one reason and one reason alone.
Get back outside.
You wanted to go outside.
That's it.
You wanted to go outside. That's why we hated daylight savings change. Because that means now I don't even have that much outside time. Because you better not come in that house after those street lights were on.
That's it.
Yeah. We don't even have adults having the kinds of conversations with kids like we used to. And I know this because these kids are an entirely different breed. Yeah. You got dudes straight up beating girls up in school. Yeah. Man, we had a code. You could fight anyone you wanted. But if you fought a girl in my middle school, if you even thought about touching a girl, you might as well be prepared to get that grass whooped by a gang of dudes when you got back from your suspension.
That's it.
We don't do dinner conversations like we used to. Everyone's on their phone, their tablet, or watching TV. Now, it may be just me, but we only had one TV in the house. All right, in the apartment. I mean, 2 at tops. and it definitely wasn't anywhere near the dinner table. And when I was growing up, I also remember we had family reunions. Remember family reunions?
Yeah.
We were like driving to the south. I mean, 150, 200 people deep every summer, somewhere down south. And you knew it was going to be the best food you ever had in your life. Cousin PD was going to be drunk. They're going to be playing cards.
Come on, Cousin PD.
Like, you know it. But bottom line, we don't even do family like we used to.
Yeah.
So listen. I'm 38 years old, and is this it?
Is this it?
Like, have I finally arrived at the hateration age? Constantly arguing with teenagers and kids about how good life was growing up. Yep. Like, I'm still in my daggone 30s at the end, but I'm still in my 30s. But I find myself having these discussions almost daily. I don't know, guys. Listen, that R&B is dead. I'm trying to tell you. All right. I don't know, man. One thing for sure. If you were born in the early 2000s and you think you are living the best of times,
let them know.
Trust me. Outside of smartphones,
talk about it.
Bluetooth and Wi-Fi.
That's it.
They do not do it like they used to.
That's good, T.
That's good.
Talking about it, man.
Listen,
they don't do it like they used to.
They don't.
Now shut up and learn something from the past.
R&B is dead.
Okay, that's the only. I agree with everything you said.
Can we talk about how? Just real last thing. Can we talk about how Prince is gone? Who else we lost? Prince is gone. Michael Jackson is gone. Whitney Houston is gone, but Bobby Brown is still here.
Still kicking.
No
problem.
Can he get corona? No, I'm joking. I'm just joking.
So terrible. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening to Relentlessly Real podcast today. We enjoyed our topic talking about all things related to how things used to be versus how things are now. Yep. You can always follow us on Facebook and on Instagram at Relentlessly Real Podcast. Again, that's Relentlessly Real Podcast on Facebook and Instagram. We're also on YouTube. You can like and subscribe there. We would love to have you follow us and kind of continue the conversation. We're also looking for another platform to be able to continue our dialogue on. So when we have our episodes, you can at the bottom comment and say what you feel about X, Y, and Z, because I know Terrence be saying things that are out of pocket, and you need to be able to say something back to him. I agree with you. He's an idiot. So
I already know you guys agree with me.
No one agrees with you.
Let John have his life.
Now I'm going to say what I have to say. The last thing I have to say about it is this: if you want to submit topics to us, man, we're more than welcome to receive them. We want to talk about whatever you want to hear about. So you can follow us, submit topics to relentlesslyrealpodcast@gmail.com. Again, that's relentlesslyrealpodcast@gmail.com. Thank you guys so much for listening to us today. My name is John.
I'm Antonio.
And as always, I am Terrence.
Still Terrence. And thank you guys so much for listening to this podcast today.
Peace.